Hello, my name is Terry. This video will cover our field investigation of Pythian Castle that occurred on November 6th and 7th of 2020. The first clip I want you to listen to actually occurred over a year previously. It's tied to Pythian Castle. It occurred at Hazelwood Cemetery. One of the individuals, Stephanie, was trying to make contact with a ghost named Jess Ray. This is a confirmed suicide victim from Pythian Castle. What was interesting is she got an EVP voice reply, but it wasn't from Jess Ray. It was of a female saying the name Alursa. Jess Ray is believed to have killed himself back in January 26, 1940, from a gunshot wound to the head from a .22 rifle.
Hello, Jess.
During an EVP session at the castle almost 11 months later, an almost identical name saying Larissa came up on our equipment. We're trying to find out the significance of this name at both the castle and at the cemetery and how it ties into Jess Ray.
Now, do you have a Marissa?
No Marissa that I know of.
No.
But that is strange, just spitting out names.
Yeah.
During that same previous ghost hunt in the same room, another EVP voice was captured saying they owe Jess. This is the first direct reference to Jess Ray that we had captured, confirming that it's either him or someone trying to communicate with him. All of the previous video and audio came from investigations during previous ghost hunts. From this point forward, all of the evidence will be from the current ghost hunt that occurred on November 6th and 7th of 2020. Stephanie, who had captured the very first audio EVP clip from Hazelwood Cemetery, was going to be in attendance during this investigation. We had conducted a very special type of investigation. Her husband is a military chaplain. His name is Michael. We had brought him to the castle and we were hoping to capture evidence of direct communication with Mr. Boots to get specific information that he has not been willing to provide. We had a very specific plan in place for the military chaplain. We wanted to see if we could capture specific information about Mr. Boots that he had been unwilling to provide, and we were hoping that another U.S. soldier would communicate with him. He might be more forthcoming on providing information like his name, rank, unit, branch of service, and very specific detail information that he has been very reluctant to provide us with. It's an oddity in that he is a very cooperative ghost and will do many things that you ask of him, but he will not tell you who he is or provide any specific information. We suffered a catastrophic technical problem during this EVP session. The cameras that were running and recording the session on review of the footage had no audio tracks recorded. We're going to make a second attempt at trying to capture Mr. Boots in March of 2021. We need to get the approval from the military chaplain to see if he is available to attend the castle event, and if so, we'll try and repeat the EVP session. The evidence capture for this investigation would have been a complete failure if it hadn't have been for Austin, who had a handheld voice recorder running during two key events during this investigation. The first of these four reoccurring gunshot sounds happened on the front porch during the check-in period. People reported hearing a loud pow sound. When Mike looked around, he noticed that there was a metal clipboard sitting on the table and pulled the spring-loaded coil back on the top of the clip and released it onto the metal plate and thought this might be a duplication of the sound that they'd heard. But there is a serious problem with this theory. No one was standing at the clipboard and pulling the clip back down to let it release on its own. The second gunshot was heard later during the first rotation down in the basement by where the gargoyle was located. Unfortunately, neither of these first two are captured on audio, but the third and fourth events are. What's interesting is there's an EVP voice that nobody seems to have noticed. It's at the very, very beginning of the clip, right before the gunshot sound. You'll hear a voice saying, "Shoot him." This implies some very interesting things. One is that if Jess Ray shot himself, why is a voice saying, shoot him? It would mean that someone had ordered Jess Ray to be shot, so that there would be more than one person, the shooter and an accomplice, someone giving the orders. Could also mean that it's from the World War II era, and an officer is giving an order to shoot one of the POWs. Maybe they had escaped, committed some crime, or something had happened. It's all speculation. Could also be that one of the ghosts is angry or wants to simulate a gunshot attack on one of the people in the party during the EVP session, and he's telling one ghost to shoot at one of the individuals in the party. There's just no way of knowing.
I'm still trying to figure out where this photo is taken down here. It sounds like it came from over there.
What is the deal? I don't know. That's the third time.
From over here, it sounded like it.
I think I know, but I'm not quite sure.
What might be the deal here?
I know there was a Jess Ray that shot himself with a 22, and I'm wondering if that's not what we're hearing.
The final gunshot occurred up in the movie theater. This happened around 2 a.m. and Austin also captured this one on audio. Several things are significant about this one. The gunshot was not only louder, but people who were standing in front of the individual, Tony, who nearly collapsed, he's a sensitive, when the gunshot occurred, saw what resembled, or best be described as, a muzzle flash in his face. They saw a flash of light in front of his face before he went down. And after this event happened, you'll notice in the audio track that Tony's completely out of it. Whatever's happened during this gunshot event, it's almost as if he has physically been shot and he's suffering the side effects of it. There are two EVP voices contained in this clip. The first is quite weak, and it's after one of the women is talking. There is a voice that's mixed in with their voices saying, I am. I'll repeat it at the end of the clip along with a second EVP voice. The second EVP voice is more interesting. It's requesting that they turn their flashlights off. I wonder why it's asking them to do this. Is the particular ghost light sensitive, or does it have some other reason for wanting the flashlight turned off?
Thick fog.
That's an interesting one.
That's the way I'm feeling. Oh God! Fuck!
What was that?
What the fuck was that?
Are you okay?
Fuck.
Are you okay? Hey, talk to me. What was it?
That same thing that happened.
Speak to me.
That's that pop.
It is. That's the fourth time.
What was that?
It got him. Are you okay, dude? Where'd it get you at?
It's your Jessie guy.
Oh, God.
Jessie. Who's Jessie?
Who's Jesse guy?
One that shot himself, I think.
Where did he
Here?
shoot him?
Ray Jess or Jessie Ray or
It's a gun. It's a gun.
He shot himself here?
here in this.
With the 22.
Oh, the one that they talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 22.
That's why we keep hearing it, I think.
Is there a mark?
Oh man.
No, that I see.
No, I just got a hell of a headache.
Let's get out of here. Come on. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go downstairs.
Let me sit here for just a minute.
Did you get scratched or jacked up or anything?
I'm
No.
not singing.
Should we leave that flashlight though? Should I go get it?
Yeah, grab it. Let's grab the flashlight.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Over here.
I was right back here. Just hold you this eye.
All right, come on, let's go. You good? Watch this stuff.
Who's Jessie guy? Who's Jessie guy? Who's Jessie guy?
Tony also suffered some persistent side effects from this event. He had blurred vision, and he also had a massive headache. The blurred vision cleared up within a day or so, but the headache persisted for more than a day or two.